Lotus Cup Finale, Elimination 2. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. Today we're driving a Lotus Elise S Cup R. We're driving it in a rookie track day event called the Lotus Cup. And we're driving it at the Yokohama docks at the Dockside Sprint. We're driving at dusk in a storm, although it looks more like nighttime in a storm. We started out 22 of 22 cars with a rolling start. Now, for those of you who are not quite familiar with what an elimination race is, it's quite simple. You see the counter in the middle of the screen. When it rolls down to 0, the last 2 cars of the pack get eliminated. Now, when you start as car number 11 of 22 in an elimination match, it's a little bit easier when you're halfway through the pack, but when you start right at the back, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to win the race. Now, we have to keep under consideration the rain and the wetness of the track so that we don't slide too much around the corners. We got to keep under consideration how chaotic the other drivers are going to be because they like to bump and rub here in Grid Legends. And we have to keep under consideration anybody wiping out in front of us that could possibly take us out of the race. And then once we do get in the front of the pack, hopefully before the race is over, we have to keep into consideration that we got to try and keep that lead and keep an eye on anybody that's behind us. Don't forget that point, as the OpenFed quite often does. So as we're ripping along here, we've gone a little ways now, but we're still 11th of 18 vehicles. And like I said, this is a very, very difficult race to win, this particular one. I had a little bit of trouble with it. And we need pretty well the whole race to try and get to the front of the pack if we want to win. So we're going to keep rolling along here and not get too excited, because the OpenFed does have a few little tricks up his sleeve, like that one right there. We know that when we come out from underneath that garage, if we cut it short to the left, we could possibly take a few people in that straight stretch. Now, there's only a couple of straight stretches where you could actually pass a car, and if you don't get them there, then you're going to have to get them in the corners or something, and that becomes a little bit more difficult. Plus, it becomes dangerous because you could run into somebody, you could run into the wall, and anything that happens like that, of that sort, is going to slow you down. And if you slow down, then you're lost. Because here we are, and it might look pretty good, but we're in 6th place, and we're having a hard time catching these guys in front of us. And now the counter is going to run down to 12. So you go, well, that's okay. There's still quite a few cars behind us. And that's true. But the race is not over. So you got to keep that under consideration. You got to keep pushing. This is one race where you have to push constantly. You cannot sit back and relax. You got to keep pushing the guy right in front of you. And like I said, right here, cut it short. There you go. Another little opportunity to pass a car. And if they were closer together, I could have passed 3 of them, but that wasn't the case. So now we've only got 3 cars left in front of us, but the counter's already down to 10 cars. So it's becoming crunch time here. We got to get in front of these guys because car number 3 and 2 are right there, but car number 1 is a little ways ahead. And if you've watched and noticed, I'm having a hard time catching these guys. And like I always like to harp on, you got to catch them before you can pass them. So as we're getting close here, we got to get it. No, we got ahead of him. Okay, so we're in a little bit better spot, but in the meantime, we've gone down to 8, plus now we're going to go down to 6 cars. So as you can see, things are starting to get a little more critical here, you know, because now we only have 1 car left to pass. But this guy does not want you to go by him. And when you do, you're still not going to be rid of him, because this guy stays with you. He is a real pain in the butt, and he's not going to let you go. It looks like we've lost him. We're down to 4 cars left to go. But if something that I've been been accused of doing, oh, he tagged me from behind, and there I ended up taking the corner wide and he snuck by me. But the OPAFET is not to be denied. We want to win this race and we're going to do it. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed racing it. This was an awesome race, very fast and chaotic. Hope to see you back here again. You've been racing with the OPAFET.